and pour this white layer. Hopefully we don't break through that bottom layer. I'm going to just ladle it on there a little bit. Okay, got all the white into there. I'm just going to gently try to wiggle it into the corners while it is still fluid without penetrating that bottom layer. I'm just going to tap it down and I'll bring you guys back. Now I'm just going to go ahead and create the next layer. Into this color, we are going to be doing a yellow layer. And with this color, I use Vibrance Yellow from Nurture Soap. I also used some Sunshine Yellow in there as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour that in there. I'm going to go ahead and blend that in there with my spatula the best that I can. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and stick blend that just a little bit. And then I'll pour the fragrance. Alright, I've already blended some of my fragrance in here. It does say that that fragrance accelerates a little bit, but so far I'm not concerned about it. It's not really accelerated too much on me. I think I'm going to get this flat layer that I want. I'm going to go ahead and just pour this and try not to break that top layer. Use my spatula. So I can get that into the corners. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pour the white layer I've already made up for you guys so I can speed this process up just a little bit. Okay, so I'm ready for the next color. We are going to be using some Mango Tango Mica from Nurture Soap. I'm excited about this. It's going so smoothly. I also use a little bit of Sunset Orange Mica in there just to kind of darken it up just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that into, and I am so happy this is going just as smoothly as I was hoping it would. I think I am mastering these layers, guys. What do you think? Let me know. I mean, you know, you never know until you ever cut into it, you know, but I think that this is going to be amazing. Finally, I've made a layered soap that actually has flat layers, but you never know until you cut into it, so I am just going to slow down on that happy cheer for a minute. I only have 2 more colors to go, plus the white layers. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this beautiful orange into the soap mold. I cannot wait to cut into this soap. If this works out, this will be the first perfect flat layer soap that I've made, if it works. I'm just excited about making a soap inside of a soap. I've never done that before. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that before. I haven't really looked, but I just thought that would be so cool to make a soap. It's like a layered cake, buttered icing cake or something like that. Does anybody else look to like bakery foods for like ideas for soap? I find myself looking at that a lot because they all look so darn delicious. And so, because I don't want to eat all those delicious desserts, I would just make it into soap. Because, you know what? I'm not the greatest baker anyways. So, if I can make soap, then that's perfect enough for me. Just look how flat that layer is. Oh my goodness, it is flat. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the white layer prepped up. I will bring you guys back when that is ready to pour into the mold. Alright, it is time to pour that white layer. I'm going to go ahead and pour it in, trying not to penetrate that orange, because I don't think it has set up enough yet. Yeah, it's still jiggly, so it has not definitely set up enough yet. Go ahead and pour that darker pink in here. Mix it up, and then we'll get that fragrance in there and pour. Alright, look at that pink. It is popping. Some popping pink, y'all. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to pour some fragrance in here. Also, my son, he loves watching, I don't know if you guys have heard on YouTube, Ryan's World. I'm sure some of you probably have. He's a pretty popular kid. It's crazy how fast that kid got popular. I remember when Damon was watching him when he was like 3 years old or so, and he's been watching Ryan ever since. They've kind of like grew up together. And also he likes the Izzy Toy Time because of the trains that they play with on there. He loves the Izzy Toy Time from YouTube. So those are his two favorite channels to watch. I think it's kind of funny. I do want to stick blend this a little bit. So the next layer, we must pour. We're going to go ahead and pour the darker pink in. And then we're going to pour one more white layer. And I definitely know this white has sat up while I've been gone, that's for sure. I've probably been gone for a good 20 minutes. I even ran to the store, you guys. Literally. I was like, you know what? If it sets up, I'll just make another batch. And that was what I was going to do. But look at that. I can't believe a whisk is amazing. Must use whisk all the time. Alright, now I'm just going to jiggle that pink down in there and tap it down and move on to that white layer. I'm going to go ahead and do this last white layer the same as I did all the other three. I'm going to use 1/8 of a teaspoon and then one more 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm going to go ahead and mix that up with my spatula the best I can and then blend it all up. I am not putting fragrance in the white layer, part of the soap. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and start pouring that white layer, the last white layer of this layered cake soap. It is a little bit thicker than originally, and you know what? It just is not ready yet. That pink layer is not ready. I tapped my white down into the molds, and because I was impatient, you can see that some of that pink is rising to the surface right there and on that side as well. So am I going to get flat layers? Probably not. But you know what? I've learned another lesson of what not to do. So, okay guys, I am Gonna go ahead and get on this next layer color, but before we do, I think I forgot to mention the color I used in the last layer for that pink. So I used Raspberry Red Mica from Nurture Soap for that really dark pink that we got in there. And then for this layer, I am using, this is like one of my favorite colors from Brambleberry. It's called the Electric Bubblegum. And just look at that pink. Look at that pink. It is so vibrant. So I'm going to start off by pouring some of this color in there. I want this to be a light pink, so I've got to be very careful about how much I put in there, because a little bit of that goes a whole long way, guys. Just going to start mixing that up in there. And already, just look at that pink. I want it a little bit darker than that, but for the most part, I do want to keep it a light color pink. But I don't want it like that orangey pink color. That, ooh, woo, woo, that was too much, too much. I'm going to try to save it and squeegee it out. And what am I going to do with it? I don't know. Put it off to the side, mix that up a little bit. Alright, I think it's ready to pour. So let's go ahead and get our mold and bring it back over here. This is the last color for the cake layered soap. There you have it. That is the cake layered soap, guys. I'm just scraping the rest of that pink out of here. And then I will bring you guys back for step 2 of this process. I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, we are back after much anticipation over the weekend on finishing this layered soap. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour the lye water in there. And in the lye water, I have some titanium dioxide because I want this shell layer to be kind of like a pastel color around the soap. I thought that would be pretty interesting as far as technique for soap. I have not seen this before. So I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different that I haven't seen. If you have seen something like this, go ahead and leave me a link in the comment section below, and I will go check it out. I do want to keep my layers pretty fluid, so that is why I'm using a whisk today. Alright, now that I got all of my titanium dioxide blended into there, I'm going to go ahead and pour some off into this container. So I'm just going to be eyeballing the bottom layers for this soap because I'm not sure how much I want to use for the bottom portion of this soap. So I went ahead and blended up a couple of different Micas to get this color right here. I kind of want like a seafoam green color. We'll see what happens with that. I am going to go ahead and also fragrance this soap. Okay, now that I have the color that I want, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of fragrance. I'm going to go ahead and throw the stick blender in there for just a couple of seconds. I've just brought my mold over here so I can start pouring that bottom layer. I had to cut the loaf, the 2-pound loaf, in half to make sure that when I cut each bar on the line that you're going to get some of that soap layer in it. So we're just going to go ahead and start pouring the middle layer. Checking my lines to make sure everything's proper. And I'm just going to go ahead and start pouring. Okay, Okay, so now that I got that first layer in, I'm going to go ahead and push that off to the side and get my second layer made up. And the second layer is going to be a very pastel yellow. And like I said, I'm just eyeballing these layers. They don't have to be perfect. I just want them to be pretty. I'm going to be using the Sunshine Yellow Mica from Nurture's Soap. I really like this color because it's kind of like a, basically like a bright sunshine yellow, like a dandelion, I would say. Over here, and I'm just going to go ahead and start pouring in between the cracks. Trying not to touch any of the top of the soap. I can tap most of it down. I think as I keep going up in the layers, I'm just going to lessen and lessen the layer. I am going to be using Mango Tango from Nurture Soap for this part of the soap. I am definitely getting spring vibes from this soap, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys get spring vibes from this soap? I totally am. Alright, now that I have my fragrance blended all up, I'm going to go ahead and bring my molds back over here. And I'm going to go ahead and pour it in the same place. Red mica from Nurture Soap. I'm going to make it a bright, lighter pink, if that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and pour the pink layer. That's what it looks like when I've tapped it all down into the mold, and now I'm going to go get something and put on the top of this. I'm not sure yet, so I'll bring it back when I'm ready. Okay guys, so last moment I went ahead and mixed some mica with some oil so I can do a swirl in the soap, in which I'm going to show you really quick. There is no rhyme or reason to the swirl, just I want it swirly. Okay, I changed my mind. I want to add some glitter. Some hollow glitter from Brambleberry. I don't want too much on there because I want you just to be able to see the design. Some white, highlight white gold mica from Wholesale Supplies Plus. Now I'm going to go ahead and spritz it with some 91% alcohol, and then we will come back to chop up these bars and see what we have inside. Alright guys, I am super excited about cutting into this soap because this is a new technique that I am trying. I'm not sure if anybody's ever tried this technique before. So I pretty much made a soap and put it inside another soap. And this is the first cut of this soap. I'm super excited. OMG. Look at that bar. I am so excited. Look how that turned out. I totally love this technique. So I'm calling it birthday cake or like layered cake because you got like your buttercream icing around the cake layers. So totally happy with the way this turned out. I'm super excited. It's my first flat top soap, and then I did a swirl on top. So I'm definitely loving how this is turning out so far. It's amazing. I'm excited, guys. I have so many things that I want to try in the future. I have a lot planned. Some new techniques coming up. Look at that bar. Oh my goodness. I thought it looked really cute and accented it really nicely. Going to be a fan favorite. It smells amazing. I don't know what it is about Sherbet. It just has like that like fresh zesty smell, like citrus to it. I really love it. It's really like a luxury smell. So I had to let this sit for like 2 days before I could even get this out of the mold because it was so soft, because I whisked it, because I did not want the speed of the soap to accelerate, so I didn't want it to get hard really fast. And it didn't, so I waited about 2 days, got it out of the mold. It's still a little bit soft, but as I got it out of the mold, it's quickly getting a lot harder than it was leaving it in the mold. I am loving these bars. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to do this technique a bunch. I'm turning into a mad layer soaper. I am so happy with these. Look at that. They are so cute, guys. I love it. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys like this new technique? We are going to call it layered cake technique. Or if you guys think there's a better name, please feel free to leave me a comment letting me know if we should name that technique something else with the soap inside a soap, and I don't know what else we could just call it, like layered cake. That top was so last minute though. I don't know what I was thinking. It just kind of like popped in my head and I was like, yes, that's perfect. And I'm so glad it completely just made the soap stand out that much more. I love this flat top soap. Spring is around the corner, guys. Last cut of the soap. If you guys like this video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like as well. I will see you guys when I have some more soapy content for you. So I'll see you next time. I hope you guys loved the Sherbet soap with the layered cake technique. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.